Now diving into sports, the Super Falcons have stepped up preparations for their crucial Women's Africa Cup of Nations quarter-final against Cameroon, with head coach Justine Madugu and midfielder Toni Payne addressing the media in Casablanca ahead of Sunday's decisive encounter. At the press conference, attention was firmly on Nigeria's approach to the knockout stage, the challenge posed by a physically strong Cameroonian side, and the Super Falcons' determination to keep their title defense on course. Our sport correspondent Onyinyechi Obaroh is in Casablanca and joins us with the key takeaways from the press conference with coach Justine Madugu and Toni Payne, as well as the latest from the Super Falcons camp. Onyinyechi, it's so good to see you. What were the biggest, takeaways from the Super Falcons press conference today, particularly, regarding how the team is approaching this quarterfinal against Cameroon? And are there any updates from the press conference on player fitness, injuries, or, availability that could influence the starting lineup against Cameroon?
Good afternoon to you, Queen. We are live at the Lado Bizauli Stadium, a familiar ground for the Super Falcons of Nigeria, because this is where they executed all the group games from the last edition of the Women's African Cup of Nations, and were really dominant. So they are returning back to a familiar ground. But this time around, it's starting from the pre-match press conference, where to herald this heavyweight clash between the Super Falcons of Nigeria and the indomitable Lionesses of Cameroon. We just finished the press conference here, where we had coach Justine Madugu representing Nigeria, and also Toni Payne representing the players. There have been a lot of conversations around how Nigeria have been conceding in this game, this competition. And he has just given assurance that, yes, they have been conceding, but they have been scoring more goals than what they have conceded so far. So he's assuring a lot of fans, Nigerians, that they will be clinical against the Cameroonians, and they are not oblivious of how physical that they can be on the pitch of play. For the Cameroonians, they've been boasting all through, saying that this is the final road for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. But let me quickly test the pulse of one of the journalists who is here covering the game, and also got a glimpse of what happened at the pre-match press conference. We've got Kelechi Aikude with us. Kelechi, you're live on News Central right now. And looking at the fact that a Cameroonian journalist did ask Coach Justine Madugu, telling him that, does he really know that this is his final road? That after the game, he just one game away from home. That's what he asked him. What do you see about that? And how do you see the Super Falcons overcoming Cameroon for tomorrow's game?
I mean, I thought the journalist was just being boastful. I mean, you're playing the 10-time champions. Yes, we've not been hitting our highest heights, but we've been good. And we've scored more goals, like you said, now. And I believe that we're going to win the game. The girls are ready. They know what's at stake. Walk up to get to Brazil. You want to go to Brazil? The viewers on your channel, News Central, want to watch the games in Brazil. So the girls know what's at stake. I'm just worried about the 1 or 2 injuries, with Assisat. The coach won't give anything away, but hopefully everyone will be fit. I'm sure the doctors are working on them.
All right, thank you so much. That's one very hopeful and confident journalist over there saying that he is so confident in the Super Falcons of Nigeria. We're hoping that they understand this fact and they can sit up, guide their lungs against a highly physical side like the indomitable Lionesses of Cameroon, Queen.
Thank you so much, Onyinyechi, for that update. Of course, tomorrow is almost here. We'll see how this game comes out. Thank you so much.